doesn't sound very good. I know that, okay? Don't tell me how this bass sounds. I know that it sounds like a foot. Okay? Alright. Beyond that, simple slap bass lesson. One of the first things you want to try to practice is just getting your thumb. So now there's different thumb positions. You have the more flea style, downward thumb. You have the more like Louis Johnson style, more of a horizontal thumb. For the sake of this video, doesn't really matter. I'll probably go back and forth. It's the same technique for what we're going to talk about today. But what you want to do, and your left hand is going to be a big component too. So you want to just get a sound. And you can also incorporate a left hand slap. All right, so just make sure to get a tone. Yeah, there we go. Look at me missing strings. Look at that. Now what I'm doing with the left hand is I'm just stopping the note. Like I can play a long note, or I can play a short note. It's dictated by this hand, right? So we have short note, long note. Then you have the pop. Right now I'm just popping an open G. Again, I can do it long, do a big long note, or I can do it short. So, angle this down a little bit. So there we go. Short note. So now here we're going to get into the meat of the lesson, I suppose, is learning your octave shape. So your octave shape looks like this. So say here I'm on the 3rd fret of the E string, 5th fret of the D string. And I'm doing it with my index finger and my pinky. And then I'll split that between my thumb and either index finger or middle finger. You can pop with either. Different people like to do different things. We all have different proclivities. So you do a thumb and a pop. So right now I'm popping with my middle finger, and that's due to an injury I had. If you can see the scar, I lost feeling in my index finger because I broke my wrist when I was a kid. And lost feeling in my index finger for quite a long time. I even held a guitar pick in my middle finger for years because of that. But at that point, I switched to popping with my middle finger and not with my index. I used to pop with my index finger. But there's not really a right or wrong way. Some people pop with their index finger, some people pop with their middle finger. So, but what you want to practice is this octave shape. And you basically get a sound, and you pop. You pop the octave. And you can practice doing long notes and short notes. And the way you get a short note is just by playing the note and stopping it with this hand. So all I'm doing is popping the note and then taking my hand. You can't really quite see from this angle, but all I'm doing is just lifting off the string. That's all it is. It's just a lift off the string. So like I said, right now I'm doing short notes. Oftentimes in slap bass lines, the notes are kind of short. Ah. I always get that wrong. Something like that. Aeroplane. I'm trying to screwing up the bass line to aeroplane. Good way to do a slap bass line. Slap bass lesson. Can't speak. It's a hot mess. Anyways, but you get the idea. So the thing you'd want to practice is this octave. Just move it around. The other trick would be to do a double thumb. And start slow. I always say it's good to start anything that you're new to. Start it off very slow. So just, and I can even keep my hand down. Just let the notes ring along. So octaves, switch strings. And I'm not doing the double thumb, the Victor Wooten double thumb where you use your thumb like a pick, where you go in and out, which you can do. And that's a whole nother thing. So the other thing would be the left hand slap. So here's something I like to do. It's pretty common, but you have to get this left hand slap involved. So what I do is I keep my index finger down, I pluck, so I pluck, and right now we don't do any notes. What we're setting up for is this. And it's just a bunch of noise, musical noise, but can be fun to do. It's a good outlet too if you're feeling frustrated or angry. Yeah. Anyways, I digress. So it would be a pluck with this hand, a left hand mute. So pluck, mute, thumb. Pluck, mute, thumb. Pluck, left hand mute, thumb. Right? And then that becomes and you start to incorporate notes, maybe some hammer-ons. Whatever you might do. E pentatonic scale. So one of the things, like you'll hear the Louis Johnson slapping in an E pentatonic would be open E, 3, 5, 7, 5, 7. And then you continue that pattern. And I like doing it that way because it moves you up the neck. I call it a linear pentatonic. Oh, people are talking. I play bass too. Hi. You get a sub. So if we go over some of the main points of this video, be a couple of things. I'll probably wrap it up. Probably only maybe be a 10-minute video. But is the octave shape. So 3rd fret E string, 5th fret D string, if you're going to do it here. But what matters is the shape. What matters is that you're 1 fret apart. And that shape translates to anywhere on the bass. Right? So you want to practice your octave shapes all up and down the neck. The smile. I've never heard die with a smile. And hello, Angela. Sorry, I have this stupid light on. I can turn it off and then I can read the comments better. But anyways, appreciate anyone checking this out and commenting. So the octave shape. Practicing your long and short notes. I could go over a little right hand technique. Maybe I could. I guess it's more of a slap bass line. So slap bass lesson. Gosh. Slap bass lesson. Slap bass lesson. Spell that 3 times fast. All right. So octaves. And then you could start to incorporate some notes. So you could incorporate the hammer-on. Open E, of course. E is king. Said no, turn the light off. Is that better? Is that better? Maybe the light's a little too much. It was a bit bright. We'll try it without it. So octaves. This is going to be a random jumbled lesson. So, but whatever. It's going to get posted. I've got a bunch of music out on all the various streaming platforms. Check it out. The other important thing was this, the triplet figure. Pretty fun to do. The other thing is this left-hand slap, which is pretty common. So it's like pluck, hit, thumb. Pluck, hit, thumb. Pluck, hit, thumb. Pluck, left-hand slap, hit, thumb. Pluck, left-hand slap, thumb. And I keep my index finger down to get that pluck. So hopefully that makes sense. So also fun to practice your E pentatonic scale. So you have open E, 3, 5, 7, and then on the A string, 5, 7, and then 5, 7, 9, 7, 9. Thunder Roll is a great song by Garth Brooks. I will not do it justice if I try to play that song. This this is a slap bass lesson. Something like that. I keep getting the bass line to Aeroplane wrong. But awesome. Well, hope that's somewhat helpful. I know it's a little discombobulated. You have so maybe three things. The E pentatonic, maybe three things. The E pentatonic, which I've gone over in some other videos and a bunch of shorts, and then the octave. You know, like the Flea opening to higher ground octaves. So you have and then the triplet thing. Beautiful Things by Benson Boone. Destiny H has got the requests. I know those songs. Great songs, actually. I like both those songs, but don't have it in the request cache tonight. But, all right, this video is already way too long and too discombobulated, so enjoy your night. I'm going to do more of these lives, more of these lessons, so take care. Like I said, I've got a bunch of music available on all the streaming platforms, some, original compositions. I'm more of a composer, so I put dots on paper and make other people play it for me. So, hope this is helpful. Slap bass lesson, so you had E pentatonic. Like I said, this bass doesn't sound good. Forgive me, please. I have an Ibanez over here, but it's a 5-string, and that makes, I don't know, teaching slap a little more wonky as far as I'm concerned. Yes, the massive violin in the background. That's an upright bass, and that's a piano. I play upright as well. Thank you for saying my things. I've never had anyone say that in my chat. Aww. Well, Destiny H, here for you. Do you play bass? Destiny H. Yes, I'm talking to you, Destiny H. Hopefully you play bass. Maybe you don't. All right, cool. Well, if you're interested, I've got a bunch of music out on all my platforms. I also do guitar lessons here. I don't know, reach out. My website's humansareflowers.com. And peace. Have a good night. And signing out. Bye-bye.